You set me up for that, didn't you? Okay. Well, on that note, let's bring everybody up to date on what happened yesterday. We showed all the audience Doris's 3 choices. They voted on which one they thought would be best for her. And no underwear, honest? Really? Take a look at them. No, that's okay. First, there's Ray. Ray, that's it. Sure, that's a ticket. Ray was an animal trainer, and he thinks that there's a similarity between stubborn horses and stubborn women. Harold's favorite place to take a woman is the amusement park. And Robert claims that he's as strong as an ox, and he's as soft as a bear. Teddy bear, that is. I can't quite get it together here. This audience vote was recorded yesterday. We'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, Doris is going to remind us who she picked.
I picked Ray.
Well, good. Okay. Ray's backstage. Say hello to Ray Belinsky. Hi, Ray.
Hi, Chuck.
How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Well, just make yourself at home back there, and we'll get back to business. Why'd you pick Ray?
2 reasons. He was a real positive thinker, and he had a big snake. He had a big boa.
Big boa constrictor?
Yeah.
Boa, yeah. Doris! Doris, come on now. Quit that. Tell me about the date. Be nice.
I'll be nice. It was a great day. He really knows how to show a girl a good time.
Does he?
Big time. Big time.
Well, tell me about it.
Well, I drove over to his house, and he left his door open, so I looked in, and he was sound asleep on the chair.
He was asleep?
He was sound asleep on the chair.
How come you're sleeping, Ray?
Well, I'm taking Spanish, and I was studying my Spanish book, and she was supposed to be there, she said a little earlier, and what happened was I started reading my Spanish book, and the next thing I knew, I was out.
Well.
Out like a light. So I tapped on the door a little bit, and he perked right up. He looked like, you know, his hair was all going every which way, and just, hi, well, come on in. So I came in. He was really sweet. He looked kind of cute, you know, was sleeping there and snoring. And
what did you think of her when you saw her, Ray?
Well, I thought she was a cutie. I looked at her,
now,
and
you hadn't got a whole lot of hair to be sticking up all over the place.
Well, my hair was a little longer because I
just happened to notice that when I was trying to look.
Yeah, well, I just got a haircut. My hair was a little longer.
I got you. Okay.
Not much, but it was a little. Anyway, she had told me over the phone that she looked like Alf, so I was expecting somebody short and hairy. Yeah. And I saw her, and she looked short and pretty.
Good. So pretty good. Now what happened?
It was great. Well, I was starving. My stomach thought my throat was cut. Anyway, it was time to leave, so because we had to drive a little ways, we went over to this medieval restaurant. It was
Was that the one where they joust and
right, medieval times.
That's down around Anaheim someplace.
Yeah,
isn't it?
oh, it's wonderful. You gotta go there. If you've never been there, go there. He trains these horses. Well, these were Lippin Stallions in this show, and
wonderful.
he was just amazed. He was really, we appreciated that because we both like animals and everything.
So you're sitting there chewing on a hamburger, and 2 guys are sticking swords through each other. I mean.
Oh no, honey, it's chicken.
Okay.
You know, and you lift your fingers and then just throw the stuff. It's great.
Yeah. Well, now, what happens after you do this?
Well, after we ate and the jousting was over and the show was over. By the way, our night won too, so it was
that's
great.
Good to know.
We went up to dance. We went up to the dance floor. They have a nice dance floor there, and we were dancing. And he can do the dirty dig like they did in the kitchen. Anyway, he's a real good dancer, and we got really down. And we were dancing, have a great time. Well, let me tell you something. We were dancing, and this guy with these 2 broads were sitting there and dancing, and they're going like this.
2 broads?
They were broads. Believe me, they were broads. Anyway, and they were going like this, bumping into us, and I'm holding my arm out like this, 'cause I don't want to get hit. And then he's doing the same thing to him, so Ray goes like this, and this guy goes, boom, right into him. So Ray goes, boom, throws him across the floor, and the guy goes bouncing about 10 feet. Then he gets up.
I sure want to go to this place. I really do. This sounds like a great place.
Oh, that's not all.
Oh,
anyway, so this guy gets up, and these 2 are squaring off, and I got my hand on Ray's chest, and I got my hand on this other guy's chest, and they're fighting back and forth. He's like, she said, please. This is what this other guy's saying, and this girl was behind the other guy, and he's going like to this over the guy's shoulder and punched him right in the face. And he went like this. The guy went like this, and he got me right here. You see my bruise?
That's right.
Yeah, well, what happened was the guy's wife.
What are you guys doing to me out here? Jeez.
Yeah, after I pushed him down, the guy's wife gave me a left hook, And I didn't know it was the wife, and I turned around. Blood was in my eye then. I thought, this is, you know, somebody hitting me like that. Well, I saw it was the lady, and I was always taught you don't hit ladies, although she deserved it.
I should have punched her.
But I did.
Decked her.
And Doris had her by the arm and digging her fingernail in right by the muscle part there,
Yeah,
you know.
she was too stupid to even know.
What a great date!
We had a good time.
Oh, it sounds like, yeah.
Oh,
well,
we
now,
did.
what happened?
After that?
What happened after that?
Well, they played a slow song to calm everybody down. First the bouncers came over. These guys
It
were
was the only
7 feet
slow
tall.
song they played.
Oh, I've had enough of this fight. Give me back. I mean, did you go back to Ray's place?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah, he drove. I fell asleep in the car going back because, you know, I'm an early riser late.
Sure.
Anyway, but he drove back. We got back safely. He walked me down to my car and gave me a hug and a kiss, and I took off.
Sounds like a good,
It was
interesting
great. I
date.
had a great
mean,
time.
you know, I've
Yeah,
never
it
had
was
one
wonderful.
quite like that before, so. Take a look and see what the audience picks for. Well, they picked Harold, 39%. Close, though. Ray came in second, but, you know, we don't pay for it if you'd like to go out with Ray again.
No, I
on
think
your
I'd
own.
need a cattle prod to get that guy going. I'll stick with Ray.
Okay, Ray? Where are you, Ray? Ray! Is that okay with you, Ray?
Hey, that's fine with
Come
me.
on out. That's the first fight we've had on this show. It's of that kind, anyway. An interesting night.
Go out with us.
Yeah, go on.
I have to wear a full suit of armor. I mean, really. Thank you both for coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
We
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it.
Great.
We're going to come back with another couple just now. Stay with us.
For all the brilliant, beautiful colors in this world, there is now a detergent that helps keep them that way. New Cheer with Color Guard. Dirt goes, color stays.
Sometimes, diarrhea can feel like a storm, raging in your body. When it strikes, you want the one that coats. Maximum Strength Pepto-Bismol. It coats, it calms, it comforts.
Are you sure you're eating the most nutritious cornflakes?
I'd bet the house on it.
Amanda Pittman, are you sure you're eating the best tasting cornflakes?
I'd bet the family jewels.
You may not know it, but now there's a cornflake from Total. Total cornflakes have twice the vitamin and mineral nutrition of Kellogg's, and they taste better, too. So before you bet on your cornflakes, remember, the best cornflakes are from Total.
Allergies make your eyes burn and itch. They make you congested, make your nose run. Allergies make you miserable. You need Sinutab Allergy Formula for frequent sufferers with the decongestant action of Sudafed and a powerful antihistamine. Sinutab Allergy works for 12 full hours to help stop the itching, stop the runny nose, stop the sneezing. For 12 full hours, Sinutab Allergy helps stop it all.
Hi, may I help you?
Sure, I'll have a cheeseburger, man.
Cheeseburger macaroni. That's our specialty.
Don't know what to do with hamburger? Try Hamburger Helper Cheeseburger Macaroni. It'll turn plain hamburger into a hearty, delicious meal that'll please your coolest customer.
Hamburger Helper helped her.
Hey, that was great, man. Give me 5.
Would you settle for 4?
Make a great meal.
She admits that most of her relationships don't last longer than 2 months. Says that her 3 children give her bad dating advice. And even though she works for the sheriff's department, she claims you'll never catch her dating a sheriff. Please welcome Terry Lorton. Hi, Terry. How are you? Nice to see you. Well, let's see. I've had nurses on that will never date a doctor. Now I got sheriffs on that won't date other sheriffs. Why is that? Why won't you date a sheriff?
Deputy sheriffs are bad dating risks. I'm not deputy, I'm non-sworn, but they, well, they have opportunities to meet a lot of women. And so, you know, you never know what they're up to. And the way they meet women, I mean, these women are in bad situations, and they come, and they're like, you know, a white knight in shining armor. They come and rescue them, yeah. And a man in a uniform, you know, women and men in uniforms.
Yeah. Any other type of man that you wouldn't like to date?
Yeah, I really have problems with younger men. I look younger than I am, and so I get asked out. And I've dated men 12 years younger than me. And,
Really?
well, that was, it created problems because these guys, they don't have money. And they, you know, you have to lead them through the date. I don't like that. I like the man to kind of take charge. Kosher.
Not for you.
No.
Let's take a look at the men that Terry had to choose from on our show. Remember, you're going to pick the man that you think's best for. Here we go. First was Bob. He's a part-time clown. He goes by the name Cuddles the Clown. That's Bob. Dates about 2 times a week. He says that he avoids women he calls zombies, and we ask him to describe a zombie-like behavior for us.
No kind of response, no kind of look at you or look around, or no smiles or anything. Just a real, you know, that kind of thing. That's what I call zombie personality.
Next, there's John. He was born and raised in Pittsburgh. He enjoys eating out in fancy restaurants, going to the theater. On a scale from 1 to 10, rates himself a 9.5, and we ask him what's the first thing he notices about a woman.
Biggest thing to me initially, clean, well-groomed. To me, that's the first thing I notice in someone. She should be athletic, not look like a super jock, but athletic to a degree. Carry herself, a little style, a little elegance, sophistication, if you will.
Finally, Martin recently ended an 11-year marriage. He says that it's hard getting back into the dating scene, but claims that the hardest time he ever had meeting women was in college, and here's why.
I was a football jock, and after a while it get kind of tiring. The girls I really wanted to meet, the smart ones, I couldn't get to first base with them because I thought, this guy's a jock, he's dumb, he's not, you know, going anywhere. It really bothered me because I was stereotyped as being dumb jock, you know. He's just there to make the pro ranks, and that's it. I really was an intelligent guy, you know. I read the Mickey Mouse and, you know, read some good literature.
Okay, so 3 men Terry had to choose from. Notice none of them were sheriffs. And make your choice now. Who do you think would be the best man for you? We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll meet the man Terry selected, hear everything that happened on their date. We'll do it in 2 and 2. Be right back at you. Pick up his date, and he thinks that he's good-looking enough to get away with it. But he knows that there's one thing about him that's a definite turn-off to women. Please welcome Lionel Israel. Hi, Lionel. Good to see you back again. Come on over and have a seat here now. So what is it about you that women don't like?
The hair. Women hate curl activator in men's hair.
Curl what?
Curl activator. It's a
curl activator?
Product, yeah, it's a product you put in your hair. Some people put in their hair. And the reason why they hate it, Chuck, is because it ends up on their pillow first thing in the morning.
Well, if it's a turn-off, how come you wear it?
Well, again, I feel I'm a great-looking guy, Chuck, and whether I wear my hair with curl activator or straight or bald, I'm still gonna get girls to do whatever I want them to.
Now, see, it makes me feel like, this is so absurd that I feel like I've been set up or something. I feel like I'm talking to a wrestler or something.
Yeah, Chuck, I'm the best.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're going to remind everybody what happened yesterday. Our studio audience saw Lionel's 3 choices. They voted for one. Going to take a look at all 3 women again, catch you up. First was Kathleen. She says that she loves food, doesn't like to eat much on a date. Robin thinks that swimming pools are a great place for romance. Kimberly claims that she gets a lot of whistles from men at construction sites. Now, the audience vote was recorded yesterday. We'll get to that a little later on. Right now, Lionel's going to tell us who he chose.
Robin.
Chose Robin. All right. She's backstage. Say hello to Robin. Brackenwood. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Chuck.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Been kissing on their pools any time lately?
Hey, that's the best way to go.
Big self at home back there, and Lionel will tell us about the date.
Well, I called Robin up and invited her out to a nightclub on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing some painting over my mom's in the afternoon, and I was just in a bad mood.
Oh.
So, and a little tired also. So I called Robin up and I said, Robin, look, I'm in a bad mood. Let me give you a call on Sunday, and we'll make a date for Sunday.
So you canceled. Did you mind that he canceled, Robin?
No, Chuck, not at all that I mind that he canceled. He had time to, to paint his mama's house. He didn't have no time for me, no how.
So Sunday rolls around.
So Sunday rolls around, which was the first NFL game of this season.
Yeah, Chuck.
And I'm a football fanatic, Chuck. I love football, and I just plain forgot about Robin.
You didn't call her at all?
I didn't call her at all. I didn't call her at all.
Chuck, hey, excuse me, Chuck. It didn't matter no how, because I didn't sit at home waiting for him anyway. I had other things.
Ooh, well, Sunday left.
Sunday left, Monday rolls around, and Robin, I do mean this, I felt bad, so I gave her a call to apologize. I called her to apologize for... So Monday, like I said, I gave her a call. So she was really...
A little hostile to you on the phone?
Wasn't really hostile. She still was pleasant to me, but you could tell a little tone in her voice like, oh, really? It's you. So, and I said...
Well, you can't really blame her.
No, and I didn't blame her. So, but I tried to ease her pain a little bit. I said, Robin, once you see me, I'm so good looking, you'll forget totally about... You'll totally forget about the 2 days I spent you out. And believe it or not...
So... Did he really say that to you, Robin?
Chuck, you know, I really don't think so. I think he's just busting his ego right now because he really doesn't look that
good. So, anyway, did you all make a date?
We finally decided to go out on... well, she wanted to go out on Sunday again. Sunday's another football game, right? So I said, Robin, and she got really angry. She goes, now look, Sunday, I said, okay, fine, we're going to meet at a restaurant. So we met at a restaurant, and I made sure the restaurant had a football
game. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Right. So I arrived a half hour early to get the football out of me. You know, to have a couple drinks and get the football out of me. So pretty soon in walks Robin with 4 other ladies.
4 other ladies?
4 other ladies.
Yes, Chuck. Yes, Chuck. 4 other ladies.
So you brought a team with you?
I sure did. You know, he's supposed to be so good looking. You know, we had to check him out, but no, Chuck, he's such a flake, and, you know, hey, he's just wasn't it at all, you know.
Who were the ladies with you, Robin?
Oh, Chuck, it was my aunt, my sister, and my 2 friends. We were just out. Hey, if it didn't work, I was going to gallywag with them.
Well, you did kind of set yourself up for this.
Well, yes.
Well, now what happens next?
Well, she walked in and I offered her a drink, which she doesn't drink. I think Robin drinks. So anyway, she decided to have lunch there at the restaurant where we met, which was okay with me. The food was fine.
Is everybody else with her now?
No, they're at another table.
Oh, I see.
They're sitting at another table.
Excuse me, Chuck.
Yes.
Yeah, I had them over there at the table. Boy, they was thumbs down all the way in.
Well,
oh, yeah.
So Robin goes to the phone, and I'm sitting there watching this sad football game, having a cocktail.
Excuse me, Chuck. The football game was not sad. He was in it, head all, nose all, feet all, body all. It was not sad. He was into it.
I love the game. She's right.
There you go.
I was building up to a point
what
there
happens,
to get a little off.
What happens?
She's gone. She left. Well, can't win them all.
Let's take a look at the audience pick. Boy, this is wild. Oh, ouch. Robin, too, 62%. Yeah, they thought Robin was the best for you. Well, maybe, you know, you guys...
Robin's a great girl, Chuck, and if I was getting married, I'd marry a girl like Robin.
Robin? Anything to say in parting, Robin?
Chuck, no. That's okay.
Okay.
He was, you know, it's just, you know, Lionel was just stuck on himself. And, hey, what could you do with a guy stuck on himself? They don't need nobody but themselves.
Sorry we couldn't make a love connection for you, but thanks for coming on the show. Maybe we'll see you again, Robin, and we tried, Lionel.
We sure did.
Yeah. Well, we're going to come right back with another couple. You're welcome.
There's a...
Back to tell us about his second date on Love Connection. He recently moved here from Chicago. He likes to recite poetry to women, admits that women make him nervous and that sometimes they find him annoying. Please welcome Bob Susteridge. Hello, Bob. Oh, Bob. Bob, I've had a hard day. What is it you do that's annoying to women?
I tell off-color jokes, Chuck.
Well, now, why do you do that if it annoys them? Most women aren't comfortable with that. A lot of men aren't.
At times it's, at times I'm self-defeating.
At times you're self-defeating?
Well, I give an impression of self-arrogance, of self-defiance. That's not really me. What I really want is honesty and decency and tenderness in a relationship.
Yeah, but you can't say that.
I put on an act.
Give me an example of the poetry that you recite to women. Can you do that?
Certainly. Chuck, I'll take a look at a girl and say, your eyes are the windows to your soul. Or,
Well, it's not exactly original, you guys. I mean, this is...
You want originality?
500 years old, that... Yes?
Your tenderness is like a gentle breeze crossing my neck, so...
So it's kind of prose.
We work on it.
More or less.
More or less.
Do women like that, you think?
I think they do. I think they like the honesty, the sensitivity at times.
Yeah, I think most women like honesty. I think they do. What am I talking about here? Let's show everybody the three women that Bob had to choose from for his first date. Now, first was Mary Ann. She says that a sense of humor is more important than looks. So the jokes may have worked with her. I don't know. Then Sean, she's looking for a man who acts like the boy next door. And finally, Elise, she thinks that she resembles Prince Andrew's wife, Fergie. So you chose Mary Ann that time.
Correct. Right. I chose Mary Ann.
There was a problem. But because I thought you liked jokes, maybe that'd work out, but didn't.
Well, during the course of the evening, she said that I talked about sex, which I hadn't. And when we went to dinner, she wanted to have a lovely meal and see celebrities, and we didn't. So, didn't turn out real well.
Well, anyway, the audience that day voted for... Okay, we're back, and now why don't you remind us who the audience chose?
The audience chose Elise.
Chose Elise, okay? Here's backstage. Let's welcome Elise Hansen. Hi, Elise. How are you?
Good. How are you, Chuck?
Just fine. Make yourself at home back there, and we'll get down to business. Bob, tell me about the date.
Well, we chatted on the phone several times, and we decided to play golf and go out for dinner.
You're going to play golf?
Yes.
Okay.
So Elise had just started a new job, so I decided to send her a bouquet of flowers to welcome her to her new profession.
Nice.
Well, I hadn't heard from her in 2 days, and I was angered by that. I'd wondered if she'd gotten them.
Yeah. How come you didn't respond to that, Elise?
Well, I thought it was really nice that he sent them. I really didn't have a chance to respond. He called me in just a couple days, and I thanked him then.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I guess, she was going to write you a note or something.
Sunday morning we met, and she looked terrific. She had a yellow halter on, white shorts. She looked great. She was seated at a table, and as I came up to approach her, she didn't get up, and I wanted to exchange a hug or a kiss, and we didn't.
So you didn't feel like getting up, Elise, or...
Well, no, not really. I didn't even really recognize him from the description I had gotten over the telephone.
Tall guy with a lot of hair? Sure, Bob. Bob! What happens next, Bob?
So we start to play golf, and...
Well, now, do you play golf, Elise?
Last time I played, I think, was 5 years ago.
Oh, gee, this has got to be a great experience for her.
I wasn't very good.
And are you a pretty good golfer?
Well, I've got about an 18 handicap, so...
Okay. So now what happened?
Well, as we were playing, Elise and I chatted about her failed marriage and mine. And we realized that there wasn't a lot of warmth, a lot of tenderness building initially in our discussions.
Warmth and tenderness between you all? It's just a first date, Bob.
I know.
Yeah. So now, how come you're talking about that kind of stuff, Elise?
Well, once when we were in the golf cart, Bob tried to put his arm around me, and it made me very uncomfortable, and I just wanted to, without putting myself in an embarrassing situation or putting him in an embarrassing situation, let him know that
So you felt like he was a little aggressive at that point?
Well, no, I just didn't want it to happen again.
Okay. So I guess maybe she thought you were coming on a little too strong. But what happens, though? What hole are you on?
Well, we're on the 5th hole, so
it's the first time I've ever said that. Instead of what happened next, what hole are you on?
Well, I thought I'd liven things up. Yeah. So I had one of these funny exploding golf balls.
Oh, that's a little practical joke there.
Absolutely. So I crushed it into 1,000 pieces, and I looked over, and Elise hadn't noticed.
The old exploding golf ball didn't work either, huh?
I had noticed. I looked up, and there was a man standing in a huge cloud of smoke. I just didn't really find it that funny. It's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, this is just a disaster. So now what happened?
Well, we played the balance of the round, and we hadn't, things weren't clicking, so we decided to have a drink.
Did you play a full 18 holes?
Yes, we did.
Oh, my God.
Yes, we did.
That takes about 4 or 5 hours.
It was...
on some of the courses out here, anyway.
Takes a long time.
Long
time. The day was long. So then we decided to have a drink in the lounge afterwards, and Elise chatted about her personal space and how important that was to her.
Her personal space?
Yes.
Like her apartment, or...?
I think about the 2 feet around her immediate person. Well, I thought about going home, but I thought at the time, let's just salvage a friendship out of the day, because we wanted to have dinner. We took separate cars.
You know what a disaster this is, Bob. I mean, this is really awful.
This was a date from hell, Chuck.
Boy. Now, did you guys talk about anything, or do you remember anything you talked about at dinner, Elise?
We had a great conversation about taxes. We talked taxes the whole time.
Riveting. Wasn't a complete loss.
No, I'm going to write the dinner off, so it worked out well.
So how'd the date end, Bob?
Well, afterwards, we're taking the elevator down to the parking lot, and as the attendants brought up the cars, Elise jumped in her car and took off without saying goodnight.
Didn't say goodbye,
oh, no, I thanked you. I said goodnight, and then I got in my car and left.
Well, I felt that for spending 14 hours together, I thought there was a friendship at least to build on, and
maybe a little more tenderness.
Well,
right.
No,
I was disappointed. I was disappointed.
I'm sorry, Bob. I didn't really feel there was much more there. Sorry.
You're a good sport to come on in, Bob. I swear you are.
It's interesting.
Well, I guess it's safe to assume you don't want to go out with Elise again.
I'm sorry. No.
Yeah. Elise, I'm sorry we didn't make a love connection for you. We tried.
That's all right.
But,
thank you very much,
maybe we'll try
Chuck.
harder next time or something and see you again.
Okay,
Thanks for coming on the show.
Bye-bye.
Bob, we tried twice. We really have. Thanks for coming on and sharing your date.
Thanks,
We're going to come right back with our next guest. Stay with us. Go out with. We're going to meet her right now. She's originally from Galveston, Texas. She's crazy about a man in cowboy boots. She says that a great way to meet men at nightclubs is to dance with another woman. And she admits she hasn't had a date in 4 months. Please welcome Cherie Fankler. Cherie, right? Hi, Cherie. Cherie, you're trembling.
I know I'm
Are you nervous?
scared, yeah.
Oh, what are you scared of?
I'm scared.
You're not scared of me, are you?
Yeah, but
You're
it's
scared
okay.
to meet me?
Yeah, because I'm going to share my secrets with you.
Oh, it's okay. I'll be nice to you, I promise. You're safe with me.
Okay.
I promise you're safe, okay? All right. Tell me how you meet men while you're dancing with a woman.
Well, this is a secret I'm only going to tell Chuck Willery, but now when I tell this, everyone's going to say, now they're going to go ahead and do what I'm said I'm
There's
going to do.
be women dancing together all over the world.
I'm seriously. They're going to say, that's the Sherry move. Well, my friend will go into the nightclub together, and she'll pull me out on a dance floor, and she will and all the guys will say, look at those 2 girls dancing together. They might not have any guys to go with. So once we go off the dance floor, the guys will just swarm us. And,
it works.
Yeah, it works because they know that we're not together. They know that they better not know we're together.
I mean, you dance close, or you just get out and kind of boogie down?
Oh no, we keep our distance.
I'm just curious.
If we see a
out
guy
there,
that we like.
doing this stuff. Well, that's good. I like you. You're real nice.
Thank you. I like you
You're
too.
welcome. You feeling better?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Going to show you portions of the videotapes that Sherry saw. Now, she agreed to let our audience decide who she's going to go out with, so watch carefully. Here we go. First, there's Gary and Sherry. He enjoys mountain climbing and cycling. He's a photographer, and he meets most of his dates while photographing weddings. He doesn't like to eat on a first date because he wears braces, and here's more about that.
If I smile, it's like they're going to see all this food stuck in there. And it's like I have to sit there and get some water and kind of swish it around and say, excuse me, carry a little toothbrush with me, or else it's just going to, it's gross. Someone opens their mouth and they got this metal on the teeth for one thing, but then they got their whole, course meal on there. They can save some for snacks later on.
Next, there's Sarif. Is that what it is? Sarif? Now, he was born in Turkey. He was raised in New York. Says that his parents wanted him to be a doctor or a lawyer, but he became an aerospace engineer. And he thinks that women have a low opinion of his profession. They do?
These guys are like, you know, those nerds you went to school with. And those movies with guys with pocket calculators in their, you know, shirt pockets and about pens. I swear, this is true. I see it every day at work. These guys even have a set of pens, every color, red, black, green, what have you, and they're about an inch thick in diameter. I don't know how they fit in that little pocket of theirs, but it does. I swear, you walk around, you figure they're going to topple over or something.
And finally, Kevin's from Lockport, New York. He likes to take his dates fishing during the day and take them to look at the stars at night. He says he avoids women who primp a lot. And here's more on that.
I don't like a girl who's always concerned with the way she looks. You know, everywhere you take her out hiking in the woods, and she's got to do her makeup or her hair, you know, and make sure her clothes are perfect. And if she gets dirty, she's got to wash it off. You know, I like someone that can let loose once in a while and maybe look a little sloppy.
All right. Now, you met Sherry. You know, you've seen her 3 choices. Who do you think would be the best man for her? You make your choice now. Look right up here, and I'll tell you what, we're going to show you. Okay, let's take a look. Right up here. They chose Kevin, 47%. That's who they think is right for you, and if they're wrong, you can come back in a few weeks and pick their own.
Okay.
But thanks for coming on
Thank
the show.
you.
I hope you have a great day with Kevin.
Thank you.
And it's nice meeting you.
You too.
Yeah. That's our show for today. So we'll be back next time with more singles trying to make a love connection. In the meantime, I'm Chuck Woolery. I hope all your dates are good ones. We'll see you then.